So this is the model that I'm going to be making today. Little seahorse. It's made by Paper Art. Comes in a nice little package, and inside we have the sheet with the pieces and then the instructions. You can see that all the pieces are numbered on here, so it's easy to correspond them with the instructions as you go through. Now what I find is easier is to take all of the pieces out first, and the reason I say that is some of these pieces, they're connected to the main board and can be a little tricky to take out. So what I prefer to do is get a little knife, or you just use the side of my nail and cut through the pieces like that, so that they can then pop out like so. You can see that I've taken all the pieces out now. I've placed them all in the order in which they're numbered, so that I can follow the instructions. What we do is simply slot each piece in, although this bit is a little bit tricky because you'll have a piece go on either side of the main body, and all of these little comb pieces here slot in. It's start off at the head. These will be a little bit tricky to start with, but once you've got these, the further down you go down the body, the easier they get to fit in. We're just going to slot that in there till it fits in nice and snug like that, and then we're going to take the two side panels of the body and slot them up into the other grooves there. As I say, this is a little bit tricky, but it does get easy. Oops, it does get easier as you go down through the body. Let's slot that one back in again. There we go. And then finally that one on that side there. There we go. So now what we're going to do is do the same process, but to join all of these pieces in down to this point here. You'll notice that the last comb that I put in is wider and has more grooves than the previous pieces, and the reason for that is we're now going to add another layer into the body. So in exactly the same way, we slot these pieces in here. They will be a bit wobbly to start with, but then in the same way as we've done with the previous pieces, they will start to be positioned in the correct place as we add more combs. There we go. So now that we've completed the main body and worked all the way down to the end there, we're going to move on to step 2 and put the seahorse's ears on, and then we'll do the last pieces for step 3 so that we can finish the model. And then we've got our final model. Cute little seahorse, relatively easy to make, a few tricky parts, but looks really effective when it's complete.